Hello, my name is Trisha Young, and I'm an audiovisual journalist at Wisconsin Watch. Today I'm meeting with Hallie Claflin. Hallie, if you just want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Hallie Claflin. I am a State House reporter here at Wisconsin Watch, and I've been investigating rural homelessness in Wisconsin for the better part of the last 6 months. So, in this particular instance, the Durand Police Department is involved. And so, Durand is a very small town in a pretty rural area in western Wisconsin. And what you see in this body cam footage is a Durand police officer. He was responding to a suspicious person's call of a woman who was in a yard. And when he approaches her, he asks her where she came from.
Hi, I'm Officer Tulip. Where are you from then originally? Like, where are you trying to get back to tonight?
Well, I'm from Fargo, North Dakota.
You're from Fargo? Okay.
Right. I don't really know where I'm at.
Your ride never showed up?
She said she was from Fargo, North Dakota, but she couldn't really explain how she got to Durand and how she got to Wisconsin. Later in the night, confronts her again when he sees her sitting at a Quick Trip parking lot. He realizes that her ride hasn't come yet.
I don't really know what to do.
So, I guess my main concern is I don't want you, it's kind of cold out tonight, so
I don't know what to do though.
I was going to offer you, so there is a homeless shelter about 40 minutes north of here in Eau Claire. If you want, I can take you there for the night.
Okay, could you?
Yeah, I can do that.
But will they accept me there or no?
They should, yeah. Like, if you don't have anywhere to stay, they should have no problem taking you in. Like, as long as they have room.
He makes a few calls to a number of shelters in the surrounding areas. They're either full, they're either closed for the night with no staff.
Officer Tulip from the Durand Police.
Okay.
So I was calling you guys to see if you guys had like beds or something like that where I could take her to you guys.
We are actually completely full right now.
Okay. So I just called Hope Gospel. It doesn't look like their offices are open. Like, I called Sojourner's Place, nothing answered, and then I just called up to Bridge to Hope and they said they're full. So.
And when he calls Sojourner House to potentially ask them if they have the capacity for her, they don't pick up the phone, likely meaning that their staff wasn't present at the late hours of the night. But he decides to take her there anyway.
What I'm probably going to end up doing is just dropping you off at that homeless shelter up there in Eau Claire, okay?
Okay. Is there open right now?
They might not even have a bed for you to go, okay? Just once you get up there, ask them for resources.
And she agreed to be handcuffed in the backseat of the squad car. And he proceeded to drive 40 minutes to Eau Claire, where he dropped her off. He didn't contact city officials, city police, didn't contact shelter workers before he dropped her off there at Sojourner House. And that's kind of where we're at with this footage. The response received from some of these local police departments, like the Durand police chief, they argue that, in small rural places like Durand, there are no resources for these people when they are homeless. Eau Claire City Attorney Stephen Nick has a different take on this. He's mentioned when these people get to Eau Claire, many of them later had run-ins with law enforcement in Eau Claire, and many of them also had to be taken to the hospital. He often also notes that when these people are dropped off, they often don't actually receive care. The problem here that's really being hidden beneath this clashing of municipalities is the lack of rural resources when it comes to homelessness. What we know is that the rural homeless population has been rising in Wisconsin since 2021. And for this woman in particular, in the body cam footage, there are no homeless shelters in Pepin County, where she was in Durand.